my name is Jessie Smith, and I'm presenting my Marine Sanctuary assignment on the Hawaiian Humpback Whale National Sanctuary. What is a marine sanctuary? Marine sanctuary is a place of protected waters that include many different habitats and include a protected habitat for many different species. Some of the different habitats are deep sea canyons, rocky reefs, kelp forests, and historical sites like this Barge 12 at Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary. And they provide a protected habitat for many species such as humpback whales, sea turtles, and monk seals, and many, many more. The Marine Sanctuary System is comprised of 18 underwater parks with 629,000 square miles that includes oceans and Great Lakes. And the Marine Sanctuary System protects these ecosystems while also supporting commerce and tourism. And their main goal is education, research, and community engagement. And this is a map of all the different marine sanctuaries in the country. Other forms of protected marine areas include marine reserves and marine national monuments. Marine reserves have a limit on human activity and don't allow removing, destroying of natural resources or cultural resources. There can be different things called no takes, where there isn't allowed any fish taken from the water or anything taken from the area. Marine national monuments are designated by presidential proclamation. They include landmarks and structures that are of historic or scientific significance, and they are stricter on human activity, and the goal is preservation. This is, all the dots are the national marine sanctuaries. The triangles are marine national monuments, and then the yellow squares are the proposed marine sanctuaries. And over here are the marine national monuments that are in red. How are marine sanctuaries different from these? Marine sanctuaries focus on conservation and management of marine ecosystems, and they allow use through responsible recreation and tourism. And their main goals are public education, scientific research, and public engagement. The Hawaiian Islands Humpback Whale National Marine Sanctuary protects the winter breeding grounds of the northern Pacific humpback whale. Nearly half of the northern population comes down to the grounds from November to April. And this is a humpback whale, and that is their logo. Some other animals that are often seen at the sanctuary are dolphins, which are bottlenose, spinner, and spotted, Galt's killer whales, Hawaiian monk seals, sea turtles, which this is a green sea turtle. This is a hawksbill sea turtle, a leatherback, a loggerhead, and a ridley. It is located in the Hawaiian Islands, and it protects the shallow waters around the Hawaiian Islands. And this map is showing all where the marine sanctuary area is. It's all the white spots here, and here, and here. And fun fact, these whales prefer shallower waters around 600 feet deep, which is why it's so important to conserve these areas. This is a map of the concentration of humpback whales that are spotted throughout the year. So as you can see, a lot of them are concentrated right around the islands, with a few spanning out. When did it become official? It was designated in 1992 by Congress, and it is managed through NOAA's Office of National Marine Sanctuaries and the State of Hawaii's Division of Aquatic Resources. there's a lot of research that goes on at the Marine Sanctuary. These are four main parts of it. So one part is assessing trends such as population size, and they also coordinate communication throughout different groups, and they all meet together, which is what this final report of 2018 is. They all meet together to see what needs to be fixed and how they can help the humpback whales. And both Hawaii and Alaska were involved in the 2018 project. Surveys, which this is an example of a survey, can be shore-based or vessel-based. They're looking at the distribution and number of whales, and this is important because they can't always see the females and the calves and non-singing males if they're using noise to try and locate them. Another big part of research is on whale behavior and the function of the whale song. They're researching if it is based on the fitness of the males rather than if it's just a call. They use tagging to study this, where they can find sound, dive behavior, three-dimensional movements, and some of the tags can even record video footage. A humpback whale's behavior is still a mystery, and all of these help figure out why. And it can also answer questions about communication, movement, and activity levels of different whales. They also use acoustic monitoring, which is using this ecological acoustic recorder to see the timing of arrival, peak abundance, and departure of the whales. And they can hear the singing males. And the data that's collected can be used over years to identify trends and geographical variability and presence annually. And this is a sound of a whale call. Some research that has been published this year already, in part with being in the Marine Sanctuary, is using photo identification to assess demographics and fishery interactions of oceanic white-tipped sharks in the main Hawaiian Islands, tending to the sick observations of epileptic behavior in humpback whales towards common Pacifics during entanglement events. And I actually didn't know what epileptic meant. It means giving care to an injured or dead individual. And then also movement and sound production in yearling humpback whales age class comparisons. And these are just some fun facts and things to do while you're at the Hawaiian Humpback National Marine Sanctuary is visitor centers, snorkeling, fishing, paddling, whale watching, surfing, boating, and then they also have this really cool native Hawaiian fish pond that is there. I left a link up here because it's really, really interesting. But it's one of the only native Hawaiian fish ponds left in Hawaii. And some hands-on things to do are to volunteer or do the sanctuary ocean count or do internships, and there are many different classroom programs, teacher workshops, virtual dives, and grant opportunities. And this is my work cited. Thank you.